These are 6 ways Marie Curie fundamentally changed human civilization, transforming everything from how we treat cancer to how we see women in science. Born Maria Sklodowska in 1867 in Russian-occupied Warsaw, this Polish physicist didn't just break barriers, she obliterated them, leaving a legacy that continues to save lives today. Let's start with her revolutionary discoveries that changed everything. In 1898, working with her husband Pierre in a freezing shed that barely qualified as a laboratory, Marie discovered not one, but 2 new elements: polonium and radium. But here's what makes this extraordinary. She didn't just find these elements, she physically isolated them from tons of pitch-blende ore through backbreaking manual labor. Picture Marie and her assistant, André Debierne, processing several tons of raw material to extract just 1/10 of a gram of pure radium chloride in 1902. The radioactivity of this pure radium was more than 1 million times greater than uranium or thorium. This wasn't just academic curiosity. Marie's work laid the foundation for our entire understanding of atomic structure and nuclear physics. Ernest Rutherford used radioactive materials supplied by the Curies to develop what he called modern alchemy, proving that unstable elements naturally transmute into others. This discovery revolutionized our understanding of matter itself. The second transformation came through her Nobel Prize achievements, which shattered every precedent. She became the first woman to win a Nobel Prize when she shared the 1903 Physics Prize with Pierre and Henri Becquerel, but she wasn't finished. In 1911, she won the Chemistry Prize for discovering polonium and radium, making her the first person to win Nobel Prizes in 2 different scientific fields, a record that stands today. This wasn't just about personal achievement, it was about proving that scientific genius had no gender boundaries. What's remarkable is how close she came to being erased from history. In 1903, the French Academy of Sciences initially nominated only Henri Becquerel and Pierre for the Physics Prize, completely ignoring Marie's contributions. If Swedish mathematician Magnus Mittag-Leffler hadn't intervened, Marie might have been denied recognition entirely. Her persistence in fighting for acknowledgement opened doors for every woman scientist who followed. The third way she changed civilization was through medical revolution. Marie's work with radium immediately showed therapeutic potential. Pierre tested radium on his own arm, watching lesions form and heal, proving its biological effects. This self-experimentation led to the birth of radiation therapy for cancer treatment. Today, every cancer patient who receives radiation therapy benefits from Marie Curie's discoveries. All medicine that relies on radioactivity goes back to Marie Curie, but her medical impact went far beyond cancer treatment. During World War I, she single-handedly revolutionized battlefield medicine. When the war erupted in 1914, Marie saw French soldiers dying not from wounds, but from inadequate medical care. She developed mobile X-ray units, nicknamed Petites Curies by French soldiers, and personally drove them to the front lines. Over 1 million wounded soldiers were treated using her X-ray technology. She also established 200 stationary X-ray units across France and personally trained at least 150 women in radiology, anatomy, and equipment maintenance. Think about this. A Nobel Prize-winning physicist studied anatomy and became an expert in automobile repair, all to save soldiers' lives. She offered her gold medals to the French government for the war effort, and when they refused, she used her Nobel Prize money to buy French war bonds. Despite these extraordinary contributions, the French government never formally recognized her wartime service. The fourth transformation was institutional. She created lasting centers of scientific excellence that continue changing lives today. In 1920, Marie established the Foundation Curie, which became Institute Curie, now one of Europe's leading cancer research centers. The institute brings together 4,000 researchers, doctors, and nurses across 3 sites: treating over 10,000 new patients annually with a budget exceeding 591 million euros. What makes this remarkable is how her institutional model, combining fundamental research with innovative patient care, remains state-of-the-art today. Institute Curie has been instrumental in identifying genetic mutations associated with breast cancer, leading to personalized treatment strategies. In 2024, the Institute ran 207 clinical trials, continuing Marie's legacy of translating laboratory discoveries into life-saving treatments. She also founded the Radium Institute in Warsaw in 1932, ensuring her homeland benefited from her discoveries. These institutions represent something unprecedented, research centers founded by a woman scientist that became world-leading medical institutions. The fifth transformation involved breaking social barriers and changing how society viewed women's capabilities. Marie's life was marked by constant struggles against discrimination. Under French law, she couldn't even take out patents in her own name. Any profits would have automatically gone to Pierre. The French Academy of Sciences rejected her membership despite her Nobel Prize, losing by just one vote to men who had no Nobel Prizes themselves. The 1911 scandal over her relationship with physicist Paul Langevin revealed the vicious sexism she faced. French tabloids portrayed her as a foreign Jewish homewrecker. She was neither foreign nor Jewish, but xenophobia and anti-Semitism were convenient weapons. The Nobel Committee actually wrote suggesting she shouldn't come to Sweden to accept her second Nobel Prize. Her response was defiant. "My personal life has no bearing on my professional accomplishments, and I will be coming to Sweden to accept." This courage under attack changed how society viewed women scientists. When she became the first woman professor at the University of Paris in 1906, she proved women could excel in the most demanding academic positions. Her example inspired generations of women to pursue scientific careers. The sixth and most profound transformation is her ongoing legacy through the Curie family dynasty. Marie and Pierre launched what became the most successful scientific family in history, with 5 Nobel Prizes spanning 3 generations. Daughter Irène Joliot-Curie won the 1935 Chemistry Prize with her husband, Frederick, making them the only mother-daughter pair to win Nobel Prizes. The Curie family represents an unprecedented intellectual legacy that continues inspiring scientific achievement. But Marie's influence extends beyond family. 43% of all French women who have won scientific Nobel Prizes conducted their research at Institute Curie or its predecessor, the Radium Institute. No other research center in the world has hosted as many pioneering women scientists. Her personal story also reveals the human cost of scientific pioneering. Marie unknowingly contaminated herself with radiation, carrying test tubes of radium in her pockets and bringing radioactive materials home to study. Her notebooks from 1899 to 1902 remain so radioactive, they're stored in lead boxes and will be dangerous for another 1,500 years. She died in 1934 of aplastic anemia, almost certainly caused by radiation exposure. Even in death, she continued breaking barriers. In 1995, Marie became the first woman whose own accomplishments earned her entombment in the Pantheon, France's national mausoleum. Her lead-lined coffin reflects the radioactive legacy of her discoveries. Today, as Institute Curie continues advancing cancer treatment and researchers worldwide build on her discoveries, Marie Curie's impact on human civilization becomes clearer. She didn't just discover elements or win prizes. She fundamentally changed how we understand matter, treat disease, conduct scientific research, and view women's potential. From the mobile X-ray units saving soldiers in 1914 to the personalized cancer treatments being developed at Institute Curie in 2024, Marie Curie's work continues changing lives. She proved that scientific excellence knows no boundaries, and that curiosity, persistence, and courage can literally transform human civilization. In her own words, I was taught that the way of progress was neither swift nor easy. Marie Curie embodied that principle, showing us that the most profound changes come through relentless dedication to expanding human knowledge, regardless of the obstacles society places in our way.